Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Seriously Hip Invitational Tournament. I believe I am joined by Angry Larry. How you doing, Larry? Hello? Oh, Discord's doing its thing, huh? It looks like Larry's talking, but I can't hear him. Let me try redoing my thing here. Hello? I cannot hear you, Larry. Huh. What is going on, Discord? Sorry, I'm just trying some things. Larry? Nope, still not working. Hello? You there, Larry? I see the little green circle coming up, but can't hear anything that he's saying. Let me try and restart Discord real quick here, and sorry, folks. This is scripted, yeah. We planned on this to happen. This is exactly what we wanted to happen. Hey! Alright, Larry, what's up?
I will punch you in the dick if that was a joke.
Oh, that was not a joke, Larry. That was for real. Could not hear you at all. Ask chat, although chat will probably tell you that it was a joke. It's their chat.
Yeah, chat's awful. I don't even have it pulled up.
Did you just get out of bed, Larry?
No, I'm just, feeling miserable. That's all. I feel like you look.
Oh, okay. Does it have anything to do with the Buffalo Bills?
I think they won.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, or in the process of winning.
So just setting you up for future disappointment then.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like the time they went 5-0 to start the season and then didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about what we're here for, this Seriously Hip Invitational Tournament. We're playing a game called, I just call it the Penguin game because I can't even pronounce the actual name.
I do have a question so far. Somebody slid into my DMs and they said, so what is even a Selection Sunday? LOL. Would you care to elaborate on a Selection Sunday LOL?
Yeah, we need to decide on who's going to be in what groups, and so we're going to draw names out of a hat here to get this going, to kick off this tournament. So usually before that, though, we talk about some other crap for a few minutes at least, like how bad this game is. How bad is this game, Larry?
I don't really honestly think this game's that bad, but you have to put it in retrospect. If the game was any good, then people would have played it in the 20-somewhat years since it was released. So since we're going for the unheard of, unknown, lesser run, lesser seen games, not many of them are going to be gems. So you got to take what you can get, and I think in this game, it's got all the factors of not being absolute ass. It's just how much time you want to invest in it, like, or do you die like 3 times on the first stage and just write it off as being a bad game, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's got penguins. It's got fat penguins.
Yeah, there's no shortage of fat shaming in this game, by the way.
Your girlfriend is very shallow. Only cares about your weight. And I like the cool penguin that she ends up with in the meantime as well, with the top hat and sunglasses.
I like how the sprites of the game, like, he didn't even get a unique sprite. He just got like a lower top 30 pixel difference than the regular main guy, and his sprite is just like the shaving off of his head at the eyes.
Yeah.
And it's just put on top of the other sprite.
I'm also a big fan of how the plan to lose weight consists of just drinking lots of diet soda. Like, that is a pretty unrealistic plan, but somehow it works. Somehow he actually pulls it off.
Well, there are different fad diets for different eras, and this is absolutely in the era of the Slim Fast craze, where Tommy Lasorda was telling everyone to just drink Slim Fast, and it goes good with nachos. That's all I can say.
So you think that's what it is? You think it's Slim Fast? It's not soda?
Yeah, I think it's some sort of protein energy shake, and and walking, and his walking. It's like he's getting the energy from the protein shake, and he's burning in the calories by walking. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a pretty dramatic transition. He loses weight really fast.
It was like Oprah back in the day.
Well, let's real quick before we start doing names and stuff. Let's talk about the format of this tournament. We start out with the group stage, which is what we're all here for today. So I'll draw names for the groups. We got two different groups, I suppose. We got the upper deck and the cesspool, which will then be broken down into groups of 4. And everybody races everybody in their group, and whoever wins the most matches proceeds on to the bracket stage. You want to talk about that, Lair?
Yeah, in the bracket stage, the top 2 in each division face off and meet each other crossover style within their same in the same group, I should say, not division. Play each other in their same league. So position number 1 in Group A plays position number 2 in Group B in the upper deck, and vice versa. Where the winners go on to get rewarded with a pick and nomination of the game for next season, and the claim of the championship winner. And the losers fight for the right not to be the ultimate loser if you're in a cesspool, and not to get relegated if you're in the upper deck. And there's also a promotional stage in the cesspool where 2 people will replace the 2 people that get relegated when they get promoted, when they float to the top while the other guys sink to the bottom.
Yep. I believe we also changed a little bit about the ultimate loser this go around, right? The loser of the cesspool is the true ultimate loser, and then the loser of the upper deck changed a little bit, correct?
Yeah, well, there's no more going to be loser of the upper deck. What's going to happen is, since both players are going to be relegated to the next division, to the cesspool, they're going to sink to the cesspool, provided they don't quit the tournament like the other 2 did who got relegated last tournament. They're going to face off in a blind race in lieu of playing this game, because obviously they suck at it. So we might as well give them a little bit of reason, a little bit of motivation to play an additional game, even though they're getting relegated. And they'll play a blind game, and that game is up for discussion either for the winner of the tournament, or perhaps the winner, the winner of the race between the 2 people who get promoted, who float to the next division. I guess it's dealer's choice on the championship winner whether he wants to issue the humiliation game for the ultimate loser, or if he wants to serve up the blind game that these 2 people will race, and then the winner of the other division's championship game will just default to the other. But I have to say, the race will be an hour limit. It's whoever gets furthest in an hour, but both of them are losers because both of them are sinking. So they're really, it's just they're going to play the game for an hour.
Yeah. Cool. That sounds like fun. I hope that I'm not part of that, but I imagine that I actually probably will be this time around. I'm actually really nervous about this one. I feel like I'm at risk of sinking here.
Well, we have 2 pretty strong contenders joining us. One of them has been practicing the game a lot. The other one, I feel like, won't touch the game until the day before his race, but he's pretty good at video games, so it's still scary. But we'll talk about them when the time comes, when their names get pulled from the hat.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I suppose we might as well switch over and start doing some drawings. So switch over to the hat cam. I'm back to the normal hat since we're not doing a chef theme thing this time around.
I was hoping for a tuxedo.
Tuxedo? I do not own a tuxedo. I'm sorry.
Well, you could have rented one.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to prom. I would not go to prom with any of you losers, just so we're clear.
They are losers, aren't they?
Yeah. All right.
It's the first time I ever agreed with you.
So we're going to draw the cesspool groups first. I got the names already written out here. We're going to chuck them in the hat and mix them up. I hope I didn't forget anybody. Oh, crap. One of them just fell out. That person's kicked out of the tournament. Whoever that was. So we're going to do the cesspool first. We got 2 groups to pick. 2 groups of 4. So let's go ahead. See what we got. First name coming up fresh. Alrighty. It is one of our new players, Armageddon Time. It's first up.
Yeah, Armageddon Time, the Canadian from Ottawa, Canada. Who knows what he's going to do? I don't think he's ever put a single timer on his screen ever. But he definitely wanted in the tournament, and here is his chance. Let's see what he can do. He's played the game, Dake. He's not put a timer to it, like I said, but he has played and practiced and beat the game so far, so he's ahead of most of us.
I mean, that's about where I'm at. I played the game. I beat the game. It wasn't that hard, actually, I didn't think, but I have not really started learning the speed strats or anything like that. Alright, cool. Let's pick another name. This will not be in the same group as Armageddon Time. This will be in the next group. So group number 2. Could not think of clever names for these groups this time around. Sorry about that. I fail as a tournament admin.
Well, since it's the cesspool, why don't we just do assholes and dickheads?
All right. First name from the dickheads is Jackamus. Congratulations, dickhead.
Yeah, the ultimate loser of the tournament still has to do his humiliation stream, but not one to shy away from competing and playing well. I'm surprised he did so poorly in Panic Restaurant, but he didn't put much of an effort into learning the game. Maybe him getting humbled, going 0-5, will get him to turn on the game prior to his first race.
Perhaps, or perhaps he doesn't care and he'll just be the ultimate loser again. I don't know. We'll find out. Do we know if he's even touched this game, or does he even know what the game is?
I would assume he knows what the game is, yeah, because he probably voted.
Oh, yeah, he probably did. You're right. Alright. The next asshole coming up here, out of the hat, is going to be... Wow, he called it in chat. The Alan Heffley is an asshole.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about that, and let's just hope he plays this game better than he plays Link to the Past Randomizer, because you know, he was second to last place in one of the 170 people races the other day. Maybe for his part, he'd be like third to last in his division.
Third to last. That happened today, huh? I didn't realize that.
No, I think his race was a couple days ago. I don't know. He told me about it. I kind of half listened.
Alrighty. So we got 2 assholes and 1 dickhead. We're about to pick another dickhead here. Let's shuffle these remaining dicks up and see what we got. The next dickhead is going to be... Oh my gosh, I can't even get it open. Puke7, who had a pretty good showing last month, I feel like, with the Panic Restaurant.
Yeah, I forget who it was. Was it Nierm or JSR that beat him? He went into perennial hiding right after that match. I have not seen him other than him posting a few things in Discord. Clearly, he's gone into the cave and bunkered down, and has been practicing this game for what I assume has been at least 4 weeks now.
You think that's what he's been doing?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Think he's been doing other stuff?
Oh, no, without a doubt. He found the cave somewhere with no internet, and he took a laptop, and he just went there, and this is all he's doing is playing this game and drawing some drawings on the wall.
I guess that would explain his long beard. It's easy to grow a beard if you just sit in a cave for a month.
It's easy to grow a beard if you just don't shave, too.
Yeah, well. Less distractions when you're in a cave. Alright, so we're halfway there on the cesspool side. We got 4 names left in the hat. Here comes the next one. It's going to be Rose City Saint coming in on the assholes.
Yeah, let's hope Rose City Saint does a little bit better than his beloved Miami Dolphins, who lost to the Jets, and the Jets are absolutely atrocious today. But yeah, I mean, listen, Rose City Saint in Panic Restaurant had about as much offense as the Dolphins had today. So It's a match made in heaven, but you know you don't want to repeat that performance if you're the Sarge.
Wow. Coming out swinging against RCS. How did he do last time around?
I think he beat Jackamus just before the Ultimate Loser race, so I think he went 0-3 and then got that one win at the end. I'm not too sure. He might have won one somewhere in the middle. Actually, he probably beat Jackamus in the regular. You know, it was a cesspool. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Even though I probably restreamed and commentated on it, I have no idea.
I mean, who looks at their shit after they flushed it, really?
No, nobody.
Nobody does that.
I kind of do sometimes, but...
All right, what are we on? Dickheads coming up?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, here we go. It's gonna be random effects.
I would classify if there's one person in that cesspool who's not a dickhead, it's probably random effect. And you know, he's definitely very into this tournament. He's been doing a lot of blind plays and runs and other stuff. He's been branching out, and he's you know, he's gonna look back on his career and be like, those guys at the SHI tournament, those guys gave me the confidence to be a bigger and better racer.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say bigger and better dickhead, but
no. I mean, I would have if I thought of it, but I didn't.
All right, we're almost done. Just a couple names left here. Mix them up and pick one. We got one more asshole, one more dickhead. Here comes the next asshole. It's gonna be Ryan7 to round out the asshole group.
Yeah, I get that. He is an asshole.
Yeah. Is he even here right now? No, he's not.
Probably not. He probably started his Zelda 2 race before, and he's probably in his 12th hour of the stream where he's just on the pause menu.
Yeah, he does tend to forget that his stream is on. I've seen him do that a few times. You can listen to him typing away. Probably, I don't know what he's doing over there. Chatting to the honeys on AOL Instant Messenger. All right, well, there's only one name left in my hat right now.
Can we see it for verification that there's actually a name in the hat and you didn't forget somebody?
There it is. V. Resner, one of our new people. I've only ever seen him play Zelda 2, I feel like.
I feel like I've seen him play one other game one other time, whether it was like Super Mario Brothers or no, Turtles. I think it was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I think it was for like 20 minutes. But listen, the dude's a god.
Yeah.
And if you're a god, you can do whatever you want. And I don't feel like he belongs in the cesspool with these other idiots.
But he's a rando god, and this is not rando, so...
He's not the rando god, no. There's another rando god out there.
Oh, okay.
But no, he's just a god in general, better than us all. And, you know, I'm pretty sure he's going to just go undefeated for route until he decides this tournament's boring and he drops out.
Wow. Well, let's take a look at the recap here for the cesspool groups. We got Armageddon, Alan, Rose City Saint, and Ryan in one group. Jack, Puke7, Random Effect, and Rez in the other. Any of these groups stand out to you as being particularly good or particularly bad, Larry?
I like the left group because if you omit the in the Alan Heffley, it goes AARR, and that's nice and symmetrical and even. It's very like JPRV, like those are just hard to reach keys on the keyboard, and I just don't like that when you're typing out. And in fact, Random Effect spelt his second part of his name wrong.
Yeah.
And
do you think that was intentional?
No, probably not. He probably messed up, and he just rolled with it at one time, or you know, there was a 12-character limit on his first Hotmail account. And he decided to leave off the C for some reason, as opposed to something else. But
wow,
yeah.
You want to talk about some predictions here? Who do you see as possible floaters out of this group?
No, possible floaters. Who can deny the god V-Rez floating away? Random Effect has a good chance of doing it as well. I would be surprised if two people from the right group. There were those the dickheads. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if two dickheads were erected and went shot up to the top.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm just gonna come right out and say I think the assholes group is just wide open. Like whoever wants that,
Gaping.
whoever puts like,
Yeah.
2 hours of practice in is probably going to take that one.
Yeah, it's like a hot dog in a tunnel, the gape on that one. So, yeah, we'll see what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, good luck to all those guys. We're going to switch over and do the drawing for the upper deck, which quite frankly I'm still surprised that I'm a part of after the train wreck that was Panic Restaurant last month.
Yeah, I mean, 2 people quit on the tournament, so me and you both got saved there.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a little lucky.
I don't think I played bad matches in my 3 matches. I just had unfortunate opponents.
We actually earned our spots, right? We didn't get in just because the other guys quit. We actually earned our spots in the upper deck, but just barely, I feel like, for both of us, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we lost, we still would have been in the upper deck due to technicality. But yeah, we did win. But when 2 people are made up their mind and they're out the door, who knows how that affects the way they play.
Yeah, well, we got stronger competition, I feel like. We lost 2 players who shall remain nameless, but they're being replaced by the floaters, JSR and Nirm, who I think they're stronger competitors, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, and I would love chat to name shame the people who left the tournament and let everyone know what exactly we do to quitters here.
Yeah.
Nirm's my guy, though. He's my guy.
I have a date with Nirm tonight, actually, in the Zelda 2 tournament.
Well,
so
hopefully he doesn't sit there and grind Magic 8.
All right, here we go.
I have a question in chat first,
Yeah.
if you're ready to field it.
Yeah, go for it.
Just tuned in. What did I miss? Well, we called you an asshole, Rose City Saint, and then Dig Shake doubled that up by calling you an asshole and saying you have no chance in the tournament.
That's accurate, actually. I think that's
Cliff Notes. Cliff Notes, it was accurate. I didn't plagiarize, but I reassembled the words.
No, I'm all right with that. That sounds legit. And we're about to draw the names now for the upper deck. We got names for these groups, Larry? Can we come up with something?
I would say
we can call RC Cola and Pepsi or something like that. I don't know.
If RC Cola, it's got to be Tab, the other one. You can't put RC Cola and Pepsi in the same group. RC Cola is trash.
Okay.
It could be not assholes and not dickheads.
Okay, not assholes and not dickheads. It is.
Yeah.
The first guy who's not an asshole, which would be a contradiction if I happened to draw Buzz, but I didn't. I drew JSR, who I think actually is not an asshole, quite legitimately.
There was one time I banned JSR in my chat, and that's legit.
Oh, yeah? What did he do?
Yeah, I don't know what he did, but he pissed me off, and I banned him. I think he donated like $5 or $10 to me, and I was just like, fuck that, ban.
Wow.
And then, yeah.
And
I unbanned him, and he's like, my God, I don't know what I did. And he started crying about it.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a legit story. I mean, you can ask him himself.
He's not denying it. He is not denying it at all.
No, not at all, because you can't deny something that happened.
I mean, it's pretty much a true story that when somebody follows you, you cuss them out, so...
It depends, sometimes.
Yeah. It's been known to happen. Alright. So JSR is not an asshole. Let's see who's not a dickhead next up here. Pick our next name out of the hat. It is, well, it's Angry Larry.
Not a dickhead confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't know that
I'll go in the losers bracket, but I'll win.
That's what you think's gonna happen? You're gonna go in the losers bracket, but avoid being flushed?
I gotta tell you what, like, I have every intention to practice the hell out of this game, and then something comes up and I start watching Unos play like Link to the Past randomizer races, and I don't practice.
Or you
and now I feel like I'm
game rando at like 3 in the morning.
I finished that at like 8 a.m. and my body is like shot.
I was gonna say that was a big ass race that you guys started. I thought you might do a short one, but
no. But let it be known that every time I win a randomizer race, a multi-game randomizer race, or a randomizer race in general, one, I beat Darkwing Duck in both the races, and two, they unofficial because they never get recorded; they get ended. So I never get my stupid e-penis points. Every time I win, it's just it's a guarantee.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
speaking of not winning, the Giants are never going to win ever again.
that doesn't bother me. I'm okay with that. All right, back to drawing. We got 6 names left in this hat. We're gonna pick somebody who's not an asshole out of this hat.
That's going to be hard to do.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, especially this guy.
It's going to have to be Nirm.
It's Dick Shake.
No, all right. Well, I don't know. I think you're more of a dickhead than an asshole. Honestly.
Depends.
Clinton Dick Shake.
Depends on the day. Depends on what I've had for lunch that day, I think.
Well, let me put it this way: how do you think you're going to do in this tournament, and what are your goals? Because it sounds like you're conceding already, and that worries me that you're not even going to try to really practice.
No, I'm definitely going to try to practice. Although I did this last tournament, and I think I'm going to keep doing it this time. I've been practicing off stream. I don't enjoy practicing on stream because I get really frustrated at the game, and it's just not fun. So I'm going to practice off stream. I already have been. My goal is to make it to the winners bracket. But I think, I want to see how these groups shake out first, but I think that's probably not going to happen. So, but that's my goal.
All right, well, we're in 2 different groups, so maybe we'll see each other in the first round, losers bracket, and guarantee that somebody's going to sink.
Oh, man. That would suck. Maybe not, though, because I'd probably beat you.
I wouldn't deny that, actually.
All right, let's see who our next contestant is in the not dickheads bracket. It is, in fact, Nirm, the other floater from last month.
Who's in this division right now? Me and who else?
Yeah, that's just you and Nirm right now.
Oh, just me and him?
Yep.
I mean, that's a good combination right there.
Yeah.
Nothing bad to say about the guy. He's my guy. He knows a lot about everything. And he hates Zelda 1.
He does. I did not know that.
Yeah, I really didn't know that either. And then he started dropping F-bombs because of the game. And I'm like, wow, I really never knew this hate from deep within. He had food poisoning, though, so maybe that had a little bit to do with it. But
wow. Crazy. That is a great story.
Got a question and a comment in chat. One of them says, last time you wore a chef hat, where the F is your fat penguin suit, you biscuit head wearing whatever. Yeah. And then the second guy says, Larry V. Dig for final.
My fat penguin suit is at the dry cleaners right now. I took it to a party last weekend, and it needed to be cleaned.
I mean, that goes pretty much hand in hand with the rumors I start about you behind your back.
Yep. They're all true. Sorry I let you down, RCS. But, you know, you're in the cesspool, so your opinion doesn't matter anyway. Okay. Oh, I've offended Buzz's sensibilities. Anyway, the next not asshole in this is going to be Coach Crab, 127.
Well, following the trend and the pattern of the tournament, Coach Crab wins the championship, almost becomes ultimate loser, wins the championship, and I believe this time he's not even going to give a crap, and is going to be a pretty free win for anybody in that division, and maybe will descend or has to get lucky and win his first round loser match to keep in the top bracket there.
Do you have any insider information about that, or is that just speculation?
Well, I mean, it's trend. I watch the numbers. I sit on the computer all day long and look at stats. And he went championship winner, almost relegated, or almost in the, almost ultimate loser. Championship winner, and then, you follow the pattern, A, B, A, and question mark. What is it going to be? Well, it's going to be B.
Well, he has been practicing. I have seen him streaming it a little bit. Although not as obsessive as he can get at times, where he'll just sit there 40
Well,
hours
it depends. Yeah, I mean, it depends when they start having the e-penis contest between people posting their PBs and going back and forth and, taking all the casual people and making them quit the tournament.
Yeah. Oh, there's some guy in my chat whose name I recognize, but...
Yeah, Autoshot is a good person. Hello.
Yep. Let's see. All right, we are on the not dickheads, and there's only 3 people left, so let's take a look and see who the next name out of this hat's going to be. Bent Glass Tube.
I totally forgot the guy was in the tournament.
Dickhead or not a dickhead? What do we think?
It depends if I need a favor from him today or not. So I'm going to reserve comment on that until like 5 minutes till it's, technically calendar the next day. And then I'll tell you probably he's a dickhead.
Date has changed to September 25th, 2017.
Yeah. That's why I know everything. The sheet's clean, the page is clean, and I can start making fun of people again.
So yeah, right now it's Lair, Nirm, and BGT in that group, and we got 2 names left.
Pretty free, if you ask me.
And I have 2 names. I have 2 sheets of paper left, so I actually did it right this time, at least so far. There's still time. There's still time for me to screw up. Don't worry. Our next name is gonna be Buzz Thunder, hanging out in the not assholes.
So it's Buzz, you, JSR.
Yep.
And
Coach.
Who else? Coach. All right. That's pretty competitive.
I'm a goner.
You're gone, yeah. No, I didn't want to say it outright, but you're gone.
Yeah, I'm gone.
I mean, it should be motivation. Like, don't give up.
Well, I mean, let's look at your bracket, too, though. We can do the recap since all the names are set. We got...
No, we need to confirm that this guy's name that's left is on a piece of paper.
All right. Hang on. Let me open this sheet of paper.
Now you're writing it off screen. Nobody really knows.
Actually, where did it go? Oh, my God. I know I got it around here somewhere. I just don't know.
Coach, can you hear me?
You never saw a link on paper. Hang on, I'm finding it.
He's writing it.
I'm not writing it.
Poor guy.
I lost it though. Oh my gosh. There it is. I had it. It's there. It's there. It existed the whole time. You don't have to believe me. I don't care. I really don't.
Well, let's take a look at that recap. We won't put that to the poll there because I believe everyone in chat is ragging on you right now.
Oh yeah, that's fine. He's not in my group though, so I don't have to worry about any revenge from Link 7's, at least not right away. Your group, Larry, I feel like he is pretty reasonable. Nirm's gonna do well, I feel like. Link 7's has had some good showings. BGT actually stepped it up last month, so he's probably not gonna be a pushover.
No, BGT had a good wacky races as well. He could have won some games if he played, one of his better runs against one of a different opponent, instead of the opponent he did it against. So, and BGT did beat me last tournament. I believe I might be the only tournament to ever lose to BGT and Joshy D, and that might go down in the history books considering that both of them are not in a tournament this time. But that being said, Link is putting in time in the game. He's played it before in the Big 20 in a limited capacity, and BGT is BGT, and Nirm is Nirm. I don't think he's going to practice much. He's just going to go with it and not practice in between runs. So if I put in some time, I kind of like my chances better than yours.
Where are your wins coming from, Larry? Nirm and BGT?
All three.
All three. Wow.
Yeah, all three. Actually, no, probably BGT, and then maybe I can sneak in a win in the play-in race.
Oh, so you're hoping for a tiebreak?
Well, I'm just giving worst case scenario. I beat BGT, Nirm beats me, Bentglass 2 beats Nirm. I guess that could happen. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I don't see a path for me, honestly. I think JSR has a good shot at winning the group here. I know Buzz is going to do well. Coach is going to do well. I'm in big trouble. Yep.
Well, you just got to apply yourself, and when they start talking the big game,
yeah, apply myself. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know if that all went through. I guess it did because I just started hitting random keys on my keyboard, and Discord did something funny. But I don't know if you got to apply yourself, sure. But when they start posting the EP, man, that's your barometer. Don't reply back to those assholes. Sit back and say, okay, that's their time, and engage it against your time.
Yeah.
And smile, knowing that you're right up there with them.
I got to shape up. Is that what you're trying to say?
I believe that's the thing. Yeah.
Yep. I'm trying to think if we got anything else left on the. Wow, Link 7's already talking shit. He's got the easy group. So.
Yeah, no, I see that, and I can't necessarily disagree, but he's just got to finish top 2, and I think he's top 2 before anybody plays a game. I think we can lock that in.
Just gonna hand it to him, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the guy's been in the winning bracket 3 times in a row, 2 championship games, I believe, and then one almost in a championship.
Yeah.
Or was it 3 championship games? What was the first one? Was it Link versus Coach? Then
yeah, it was Link.
Buzz versus
Coach.
Link. Then Link versus Coach again. No, it was Buzz versus Coach in the last one. So yeah, he had 2 championships and another winners bracket. Yeah, lock it in.
Yeah. When you put it that way, make a good point. Who do we think is front runner for taking the whole thing though?
Taking the whole thing, I think JSR, because I think he's going to apply himself more than anybody. I mean, Coach and Buzz are going to do their share of practicing, but JSR is going to be he's going to drink protein shakes of his own and mentally prepare himself for racing this and winning it, and just sitting down and just stressing himself out on these perfect jumps and time saves and everything. And everyone else is just going to try to play it the way they know how to play it as fast as possible. JSR is probably going to dig deep and try to save some time as well. But that's only in the one side of the bracket. Link 7s can do the same thing, like finding ways to save time, looking at the tasks, maybe trying to compare to see if there's any lag reduction strats and all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, it should be interesting. I definitely think this upper deck is extremely competitive. So.
Who's sinking? Dig Shake?
Oh man. I mean, I think you and I both kind of need to be worried, don't we?
Well, I mean, I always got the Bent Glass 2 bailout.
Yeah, but he's less of a bailout than he used to be, like back in the roller games days. So
I don't know. I watched him play Final Fantasy randomizers for like 6 hours the other day, with a minimized goal.
Well, I guess we can always hold out hope for that. I hope he keeps playing Final Fantasy Randomizer instead of this game. That'll give us a better shot at dodging it. Although there's 2 people, so BGT can only take one of those 2 slots. And then, you know, there's me, there's you. Who else is even going to come close to falling to that level?
I kind of worry it's going to be Nirm, honestly. And you spelled his name wrong. There's 2 R's in his name.
Oh, there is.
So we respect, you respect him as much as you think he's going to place high in the tournament. And that's no, I understand that's a little mind games for later on when you play him in Zelda 2 Randomizer in Game 2. And it's also a callback to the one loss you had in the tournament so far against Unos, where you played as Dig Sake instead of Dig Shake.
I did.
Yeah, so you're 0-1 as Dig Sake, but you're like 7-0, 8-0 as Dig Shake. So
I don't even know what you're talking about. Did I spell my own name wrong? Is that what happened?
First game against Unos, you would Dig Sake with no H.
Wow.
And you lost.
This is the first time that I'm even hearing about it.
Oh, it was a big talking point during the commentary. I'm a little upset you didn't listen. We listened to it. But you wouldn't listen to your losses.
I listened to the fake interview that you guys did, and that was hilarious.
Oh, when I asked chat to ask me their questions, and I ignored their questions and answered my own?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, well, screw their chat.
Do we have any final thoughts, any final things we need to talk about here?
No, I just hope that people who want to commentate and want to restream step up this time, and the racers don't give minutes notice when they want to race or hours notice when they want to race, so we can bring this, because it may surprise people, but there is an audience for this. People do want to watch this, and I would like to cater to the more entertainment side and kind of balance it between convenient for the runners, but also to present it to the audience in a timely fashion with a restream and good commentary and stuff like that. There are a few guidelines for commentary for those, and then restreaming for those who want to do it. I'll post them in Discord tomorrow. And if if you guys want to do it, please let me know. I'll give everyone the layout, give everyone the once over, and some things maybe you wouldn't even think about that you might have to do before restreaming, and walk you through it if you've never done it before. We're always looking for help, and we're always looking for get these things up and going, especially for those who want to do it, but just have shied away from it. Let's say.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree with that, and I guess the one thing I want to say about that though is like if you have weird scheduling stuff and a race slips by and you don't have enough time to give us notice, that's not a huge deal, but you should definitely at least try to give us 24 hours notice so we can get these things going.
Right, but I mean, if we're talking about championship game, and the morning of, they decide they're going to do it in 10 hours, well, no.
Yeah.
Please, like the important games. This season, we have the first 2 weeks are for the 3 games like normal. The next week is for the first round of the brackets, and then the following week is for the finals of all the brackets. So there's going to be plenty of time to schedule those matches in those days. There's no rushing it. And we're going to make sure that the finals are done after the other ones so we can actually display, because we never even got to the humiliation stream last time. And the championship game was done on a short notice.
Yeah.
And that's unacceptable as far as I'm concerned, but I understand sometimes it happens, but doesn't mean I'm happy about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, and also there is a new website. We're abandoning Challenge because it doesn't let us do what we want to do. And I'm working with not Dickhead BGT in the background, and we're gonna create some sort of thing that's gonna simulate brackets and matchups and way to log scores and stuff like that. That's very similar to the way it's displayed on Challenge, but with the stuff we need, where it will have losers brackets and different brackets and stuff like that. Also, it will have past seasons and stats, career stats. How many times somebody was in the winners bracket, losers bracket. Like, I'll have all those. It'll be very sabermetric-y. Come from behind wins and stuff like that. Probably not that, but similar.
Interesting. Yeah, so that was kind of news to me. I actually did set up a challenge page. I think you actually told me and I just forgot, so that's totally my bad. But
yeah, no, I told you I was looking into it because I just didn't like how annoying is it when it comes down to the brackets.
Yeah.
And we can't do a losers bracket, and then now that we got 2 divisions, we had to kind of simulate 2 different brackets by using 1 different bracket. It's pretty dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. So I'm glad to hear that you and BGT have been working on that, and glad to hear that it's going to be ready for this month. So that'll be awesome. Can't wait to see it.
At least for the beginning part, it might be very raw, very vanilla looking, very generic looking. But when it comes to the tournament, at least it will be all spelled out, and then we'll just use this season as a way to improve upon it, and it'll be functional. How about that?
Great. Awesome. Well, I think that's probably going to about do it for us. So we'll hopefully get the submission form up and running here shortly, get those groups posted here, hopefully by the end of the day today, so you guys can start racing. You can start racing whenever you want, although, again, please try to give us notice if you can, so that we can get these things restreamed.
I would also like, there are 2 other things, Dig Shake, before we cut this off,
Yeah.
that just came to my mind. One of the ones I was contemplating last time and talking it over with a few people in the tournament, I think we did it through one of the matches. We had like a 3-hour post game about, it might have been the championship match. We had like a round table discussion about things we can do. One of them was, if you want to, why don't you schedule yourself a double or triple header with all your matches or people in your division and have like an event of it where instead of a one-off race on Wednesday night, maybe collaborate with the people in your group and say, okay, Thursday night, the 3 of us will get all of our games over with between each other. And then instead of a one-off race, it'll be, 3 races back to back to back, AAU National Championship Tom Umansky style. And, 1 restream could cover them all instead of trying to get 3 individual restreams on 3 individual nights. And if that's possible, to coordinate with your opponents and try to get a couple games in at a time. And we've done that before, but it's never been approached where, maybe people would request it. The other thing is we probably do still want to keep people on a waiting list just in case unforeseen things happen. As we saw, 2 people left the tournament last season So if you do want to promote the tournament within your page, within your communities, please refer all people over to Dick Shake and I who are interested, and we'll get names down on a list just in case we have to call back on somebody in an emergency situation, so we can always keep the tournament filled.
Yeah. I think actually there was somebody who was talking to me about that. Oh, I need to figure out who that was.
JSR told me FAP was interested.
Oh, interesting. I don't think that's who it was. There was somebody else that messaged me about it, but I'll try and figure out who that was and make sure you have their name so we can add it to the list. All right, guys. Yeah, I think that's gonna cover it. Thank you for joining me, Larry.
Oh, thank you for having me.
And let's go lose some weight. I'll see you all at the restreams. Have a good one, guys.